Not too long ago, I had a bit of an incident when I attempted to wax my own monobrow. I was sick of having to tweeze every 2 days so I didn't look like a Neanderthal. So I decided to buy some female wax strips as if it wasn't demasculating enough already. And I put one on and I was like, whew, this better work. Tomorrow I'm going to a government house for a function. I'm wearing a full suit. There's going to be so many photos. Tomorrow I'm also going to see my girlfriend. This better work. And so I ripped it off and looked at the strip, nothing happened, didn't get any hairs. So I went straight to ChatGPT because I have no thinking for myself, and I was like, what did I do wrong? It gave me no helpful answers, and so, I read the box, and the box said that actually, well, instead of pulling it up, you got to pull it down away from the hair or something. And so I tried again. I pulled down, and this time some hairs came off. I won't bore you with the details of the rest of this, but I did it a couple more times just to be sure because I didn't get all the hairs. Looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, damn, I look nice. It's a little bit red, but I'm sure that'll fade. A couple hours later, went back to the mirror. Oh, that's not very good. It's still red. I hope that goes away before tomorrow. Next morning, I get up. Whew, moment of truth. I go to the mirror and my monobrow is completely scabbed over. You can still see it, I hope. Now, this is the type of thing where most people, especially in high school, they'd be a little bit insecure, a little bit self-conscious going to school. It wouldn't be terrible, but it'd be a little bit bad. But I managed to feel pretty okay about it. And, right now, I could go like, I waxed my face wrong and it scabbed over. And it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. The secret is you got to be reasonably oblivious to what's going on around you. And there are 3 questions which help with that. These 3 questions have an acronym, HTTP. I know that's for, I'll explain. It's like the web URL thing. H is halt, because you can't do this if you don't stop and think. T, is this the right time? The second T, is this the right topic? And P, is this the right person? And if your answer is no to all of those 3 questions, you've got to just ignore whatever's going around, be oblivious, and I'll go over how to do that. So the first one, is this the right time? If you're in a conversation, you'll be thinking, if you're anything like me, you'll be thinking a lot about whether what you're saying is any good, whether they're judging you, whether they want to keep talking. And if you're anything like me, what I used to be like, you're assessing this every single time you say something. Every time you say something, you look at them to see if it was good. You don't need to do that. You just look like every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, depending what it is. So just, if you get any anxiety, the first thing to think is this the right time to even let this anxiety speak? Because let's be real, you can't completely ignore what's going on. You can't completely stop caring, because that's just called not having any social awareness. But you can do it much, much, much less often. And later, I'll get to how to do these things. Right now, I'm just going through what they are. The second thing, is this the right topic? For the waxing stuff, right? If it's like a random scab on your face that you can't even change, who cares? The thing to note here is not that you should do this because you already know that. The thing to note is that you need to make a habit out of repeatedly doing this the second you get any anxiety. Let's move on to the next one. Is this the right person? Okay, I lied. This one's pretty obvious too. If you don't like someone or you don't agree with them on something, there's really no need to take their criticisms on board, or even just look for criticisms in general. Okay, but then here's the juicy bit. How do you actually remember to consistently check about this and do it? The first way is to practice, because you are not going to remember to do this. If you're talking to your crush or something, you're not going to remember a thing. Everything is going to go out of your mind. So you have to make a habit out of this in the lower stakes scenarios. What are some lower stakes scenarios? What I'm doing right now. Not that high stakes though. You don't have to go out in the middle of a very busy area. You can go down a random street. You can, on your commute to work or something, roll down the windows and just yell something or start singing or something. It'll trigger your anxiety, trust me. Just do something that's gonna mildly trigger your anxiety that doesn't involve people, where you're just by yourself. And then you have the perfect chance, because you can actually think. You can think, well, the time one's not really going to apply here, I guess, but is this the right people, some random strangers, the right type of people to judge me when they don't even know me? And is this the right topic? Is singing something that I should worry about getting judged for? And then you can just let it go by just stopping thinking about whatever thoughts you're getting. It's kind of just as simple as bringing yourself to the present and then remembering whatever discipline strategies you're using, imagining the consequences, just breathing and doing it, just like being like, who do I want to be, that kind of thing, and then just doing whatever you're about to do. Birds, so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. The thing to do is set aside time to think, where like after you talk to someone, after a social event, you have like 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes, where you just write down like, what was I scared about? Was that like a valid thing? Like, do I need to care about judgment from this person? When you just get out whatever thoughts you're having, you don't need to think about them again the rest of the time. So whenever you're thinking like, oh, what should I do next time? How am I going to improve this? Write down, by the way, a thing that you want to improve. You're just going to have that answer already, and you're going to be like, no, now's not the time to think of this. I've already done that thinking. I'll edit this out, yeah. Please just try this one time. Just try it for like 2 minutes. You've just got resistance to trying something new. Everyone has it. Just do it for 2 minutes. Like, in 2 minutes, you'll be done. Final way to actually do this is just to become confident in other ways, because then you have more space to remember this, because confidence is a positive feedback cycle where when you start getting a little bit confident, you can become more confident easier because you start doing stuff, seeing that it's not scary and so on. So like, that's not really a good strategy, but just do something. Just go out, be scared, and just do something a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you'll get better. You don't need some elaborate strategy, although they do help a little bit. But really just do stuff. Remember that you can do all of that stuff I just said right now. So get to it while your motivation is high. Just do something, pick one of those, pick the 2-minute one, and just do it very quickly, and then go get yourself a treat or something. Go feel proud of yourself for actually acting on a YouTube video, not being like the hundreds of people who just watch it and do nothing. So I hope this helped, and subscribe, and have a great day. There's ibis just flew in my face. Had the first person of the day laugh at me. Nice. I don't know why, but every single time I go to the city, I see someone with the most incredibly sculpted beard.